The habits that we're going to talk about today are for every single person watching this video. If these habits changed my life, they can change your life as well. Micro habit number 1, set a goal for the day. Even if it is a tiny, small goal. It doesn't have to be a big one. It doesn't have to be anything extraordinary or extravagant. Just have a small goal for the day. That goal can be reading one chapter of your book, doing your complete skincare, maybe do some stretching. It doesn't have to be something hard and super big. Achieving a goal, even if it is a small one, can give you that feeling of fulfillment and accomplishment. And when you're achieving a goal and you're getting things done that you said you would, that gives you so much confidence. And it also can give you momentum. You feel like, I achieved that goal, the goal of the day. What else can I get done now? What else can I do? And you might start craving the next thing that you can accomplish and you can achieve. Sometimes we set goals for ourselves that are very big and maybe they will take a long time for us to achieve them. And these goals are great to have, but it's also important to celebrate those smaller wins. So if you made it out of bed today and you did your complete skincare routine, maybe you also made your bed, good for you. Give yourself a pat on the back and go buy yourself your favorite beverage from your favorite coffee shop. Micro habit number 2, practice good posture. Having good posture is not easy, guys. I'm gonna say it. It is not that easy. Most of us do neglect good posture if we work all day in front of a screen, or if you're a student and you're studying for many hours. Our posture is the last thing we're thinking of. Let's be real. But it is so important. So make sure that you're keeping your posture in mind, and when you are sitting on your desk, make sure that you're sitting in the right way so you can avoid back pains, lower back pains, neck pains, and even injuries that can occur from bad posture. If you don't really know what the right way to sit at a desk is, you can definitely Google it, watch YouTube videos, and also make sure that your chair, your desk, your monitor, everything is there for your advantage and you're not sitting at an old kitchen chair. Maybe you're using your laptop and the screen is very low, so you strain your neck trying to look at the screen. Just make sure that the equipment and the way that you're sitting is right. And of course, when we're standing and we're walking, we should also keep good posture in mind, and we should not walking while slouching and always try to shrink ourselves, because first of all, it is not good for the way that our body is going to feel if we're slouching the whole day. And secondly, that doesn't help with our confidence either. Try to walk with your shoulders back, open chest, head high, but not super high. And you will also notice a difference in your confidence. Try to do it right now while you're watching this video. Fix your posture. How does it make you feel? Tiny micro habit number 3. Listen to self-development and self-help podcasts. This has been so life-changing to me, and I have learned so much valuable information from self-development podcasts. One of my all-time favorite podcasts is The Mindset Mentor. I have been listening to this podcast for years and years. I love it because the host, Rob, is straight to the point. The podcast is not 1 hour long, and you actually gain valuable information and knowledge from everything he says. Podcasts are so much more convenient than YouTube videos, even though I also love watching YouTube videos, of course, that are focused on self-development, self-help, and all this good stuff. But podcasts are more convenient because you can listen to them while you're getting ready for work, while you're commuting to go to your job or your school, maybe when you're doing the dishes, the laundry. It is very convenient to listen to podcasts then. Maybe you can also listen to a podcast episode while you're walking on the treadmill. That is also known as habit stacking, to combine 2 habits in one. It just makes me feel very productive and very accomplished. Micro habit number 4 is to practice a small act of kindness whenever you can, whether that is giving a sincere compliment to a stranger, maybe giving some directions to a stranger on the streets, help out your friend with something, or your grandparents, something that you know that they want help with or they would appreciate the help, but you know that they're not going to ask for it themselves. Life is not all about us, all about me, I know we are into self-development, self-help, self, but that doesn't mean that we should only focus on ourselves. It is as important to focus on other people too, whether that is our family, friends, or even a complete stranger that actually needs our help. Micro habit number 5, make sure that you're standing up every few minutes. I know that a lot of us have office jobs, or maybe you're a student and you're sitting down a lot, studying, reading, but I specifically read an article the other day that said for every 30 minutes that we are sitting down, we need to spend about 3 minutes walking and just standing up. If you want to take it a step further, you can also throw some jumping jacks in there. So imagine this, you're sitting down, you're working, you're studying, you have a timer, 30 minutes on. Once you hit the 30 minutes, just get up, walk around. I mean, if you are at an office, I think it would be kind of weird to start doing jumping jacks. So don't do that. We don't want your colleagues calling HR. Just make sure that you're just getting up and maybe do a quick walk around the office, or maybe go to the restroom, maybe go grab yourself some fresh water. I also recently filmed a video doing that. It is a video about breaking 5 bad habits in a week. And one of these bad habits was me sitting down a lot. So I tried to break that habit and I did this exact thing. I used timers. I had them on for 30 minutes and then I was walking for 3 minutes, and I kept doing that until I finished my workday. I will make sure to link that video down below in case you want to have a look at it. But please make sure that you're getting up and you're moving around. The last thing you want is to be sitting the whole day. This is not good for your body. This is not good for your health, for your legs, your back, nothing. Always remember to take small, quick breaks to get up and walk around. Micro habit number 6. Start your work day or school day with a few deep breaths. I know that our jobs or school can make us feel so stressed out, so anxious. We can spend the whole day focused on our job, focused on our studying, worrying, trying to perform our best, and a lot of times we're not focusing on our breathing. Deep breathing is so important for our overall health. I will have some of the benefits on the screen, and of course you can look up articles about that, but deep breathing is so important, and I wish more people realize that. I know that our daily lives and all of our obligations can pressure us a lot. That leads us to not really breathing deeply. Our breaths can be very short and shallow, and this is definitely not good. One of the reasons I love meditating is specifically for the deep breathing part. Of course, meditation is more than that, more than deep breathing. But one of the things that I really love about meditating is the deep breathing part. But with that being said, I know that we cannot focus on our breathing throughout the whole day. So at least try to take a few deep breaths before you start work, before you start studying. You will instantly feel more grounded, more at ease, and deep breathing just signals to your body that you're safe, that you're good, you're healthy, and you're not into that fight or flight anxious mode. Micro habit number 7 is the habit that I need to focus on more myself. I'm going to be honest about that, and that is mindful eating. I am a person who can eat very quickly, which is not good. I also love watching maybe a YouTube video while I'm eating, which is also not the best thing to do. While we're eating, we need to be more mindful about the way we're chewing our food, the way we're breathing, and just making sure that we're not just mindlessly just swallowing our food very quickly. Doing that can really harm our digestion. And okay, I'm not gonna tell you to stop watching your favorite Netflix series while you're eating, or watching a YouTube video while you're eating, because I don't want to do that either. It is really fun to eat and watch something that you enjoy, so we're not quitting that. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to be more mindful while eating. We can achieve that by taking smaller bites and by making sure that we're chewing our food, and we're not just chewing it a couple of times and then swallowing it. You're sitting at the table and after 3 minutes your plate is empty. What are you doing? We should try to be more mindful about our eating. Micro habit number 8. Stretch before you fall asleep in bed. Hear me out. You don't need a yoga mat. You don't need to be wearing activewear. Just stay comfy in your bed with your PJs on and just type on YouTube stretching in bed. You will have a good few videos that will pop up. Just follow these. I follow them from time to time. Even though I normally stretch on my yoga mat, I prefer to do that especially in the mornings. But if you feel like you don't have the time to do that in the morning, or you don't really feel like doing that, maybe you don't have a yoga mat, that is totally fine. You can just do your stretching in bed. It doesn't get more convenient. It doesn't get easier than that. I have mentioned a lot of times that stretching is so beneficial for our bodies, and I will continue to mention it because ever since I started stretching, the way that my body feels has completely changed. Especially as we get older, our bodies get more and more stiff. You don't have to wait to become a 50-year-old woman, 60, 70, 80 to start feeling stiff and weird in your body. As soon as I turned 25 or 26, I started feeling the changes in my body. And that's when I started stretching. I will be honest, I was not stretching before. Sometimes I was not even stretching before and after my workouts. Now, you're not gonna catch me do that. I stretch in the mornings. Sometimes I stretch also before bed. I stretch before I work out and after I work out as well. Micro habit number 9, create to-do lists. Especially during super busy days, you cannot have everything in your mind, in your head. Your head is just going to explode. We cannot remember every single thing. That's why I love creating to-do lists, either on my phone or on paper. I make sure that everything that I have to do, whatever it is, big or small, I write it down on a to-do list. And that's the only way that I'm not going to forget to actually do it. To-do lists will just make you feel more organized and they will help your mind feel clearer, lighter, more at ease, more at peace. Everything will just feel more organized mentally. I don't know how other people can live without to-do lists. I cannot do it, especially on super busy days when I know that I have plenty of things to do, whether that is chores, errands, or other obligations. I need a good to-do list. Otherwise, I'm going to forget half of the things. I will be feeling lost, and I don't want to feel like that. So to-do lists is the key to my success. Micro habit number 10. This is for all the people who want to start reading more. This is for the people who love reading, but they feel like they don't have enough time to read. Read one chapter each day. Just one chapter. No more than that. You just get your reading done and you're good to go. It takes a little time and you're getting your reading done. Also, know people that want to start reading as a hobby, but they're currently not that into it. That is a great micro habit for you because you say to yourself, all I have to do is to read one chapter. And maybe the book is that good that you get really into it, and the next thing you know, you are into chapter, I don't know, 10, 11, 15, and you have started falling in love with the book. And now you're ready to start another book and then another one. This is exactly how I got back into reading. I was seeing all these book girlies and readers, and I was like, that looked like a really fun hobby. Do I want to do it? Do I want to dive into it? Because I was reading from time to time, but definitely not that much. I'm talking about 2 books a year or even 0. So I was not really a reader. But then I said, you know what? I am making all these changes in my life. I want to start new hobbies. Why not start reading more? And now I am obsessed. I am obsessed. I feel like I don't have enough time to read all the books that I want to read. So even on my busiest days, I try to read at least one chapter. Most of the times it is not one chapter, it is way more than that because, as I said before, you start reading, you get into the chapter, you get into the story. Next thing you know, you are 5 chapters in, 6, 10, 11 chapters in. So that's a great tiny micro habit that you can do if you want to become a reader and you want to start reading more. Just read one chapter a day. Micro habit number 11, replace your second cup of coffee with a matcha or regular green tea. I know how addictive caffeine can be. Personally, I'm not addicted to it, but I see a lot of people around me, you know, family, friends. Some of them are really addicted to caffeine, so I can understand, but having that much of caffeine in your system will not help you sleep better at night. But I'm noticing that a lot of people are having their second cup of coffee a bit later in the day. And generally speaking, coffee lovers, don't come at me. Too much caffeine in our system is not healthy, period. You can read articles, research-based articles. I'm not talking about 1 or 2 small cups of coffee a day. I'm talking about huge amounts of caffeine that some people tend to drink. It's not good. I hope you're not doing it, but if you are, try to also drink matcha or regular green tea. If you want to make sure that caffeine is not going to interfere with your sleep quality, make sure that you stop drinking caffeine 6 up to 8 hours before you fall asleep. So you know what time you go to bed, so you can approximately calculate that. Make sure that for 6 up to 8 hours before you go to bed that you haven't drunk any caffeine. If you really want to drink something and it is just a habit that you want a warm cup of beverage next to you while you're working or while you're doing something, you can replace that also with herbal teas. I know the taste is not the same, obviously, but give herbal teas a go. My favorite ones are lemon verbena, spearmint, and peppermint. I love those. You can also add maybe a little bit of honey to make it more tasty for you. But girl, watch out your caffeine intake, especially if you are an anxious girly. From an anxious girly to another one, lower your caffeine intake. And the final micro habit that I want to share with you is for all the people who are creating vision boards. Maybe you have already created your yearly vision board. Take some time to look at your vision board every single day. It can be just 1 minute, a couple of minutes. You of course don't need to spend there 10 minutes staring at your vision board. I'm not saying that, but I feel like a lot of people create these vision boards and then they don't ever look at them throughout the year again. Or I know that a lot of people use them as their laptop's background or as their phone's background, and they get so used to them that they don't necessarily spend time actually looking at them and visualizing their goals and dreams. I make sure to look at my yearly vision board every single day, and I specifically do that right before I start my work day. So for work, I always use my laptop and I have my yearly vision board on my laptop. So before I start my work day, I just take 1-2 minutes to just look at my vision board, each and every picture, and to think about what it represents, what this goal means to me, to visualize that I'm already there, to think about all the systems that I have created in order to reach these goals. You created that vision board for a reason. These pictures mean something to you. You have some goals, you have some visions, ambitions, dreams. So take time to actually look at your vision board. It is super easy and quick. A tiny micro habit that helps you keep your dreams and goals at the forefront of your mind. So these were all of the tiny micro habits that I wanted to share with you. I would love to know one of your micro habits that you love and you swear by. So leave a comment down below to let me know. I always read all of my comments and I answer to all of my comments as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends.
We used to have each other's playlists. No, no. Used to be each other's best friends. Yeah. And now we go our separate pathways. But your heart